The villain. Not the kind written to destroy the world, but the kind born when you finally stop destroying yourself. At some point in your life, you'll realize something uncomfortable. No matter how kind you are, no matter how patient you are, no matter how much you give, someone will still paint you as the villain the moment you stop serving their comfort. That's when the real test begins. Because being good was never the problem. Being available was. You were easy to rely on, easy to lean on, easy to take from. And when you decided to stand up, step back, or step away, that's when the narrative changed. Suddenly, you're selfish. Suddenly, you're cold. Suddenly, you're not the same person anymore. They're right. You're not. You're the version of yourself that finally learned the cost of overextending. The version that realized peace is more valuable than being liked. The version that understands boundaries feel like betrayal to people who benefited from you having none. So yes, in their story, you're the villain. Because villains don't apologize for choosing themselves. Villains don't beg to be understood. Villains don't stay small just to keep others comfortable. For most of your life, you were trained to be the hero. Fix everything. Hold everything together. Carry emotional weight that was never yours to begin with. You learned to tolerate disrespect so you wouldn't cause conflict. You learned to stay silent so others wouldn't feel uncomfortable. You learned to shrink so the room wouldn't feel threatened. And it slowly drained you. Heroes burn out because they're taught that sacrifice is noble, even when it destroys them. Villains, on the other hand, are born from awareness, from exhaustion. From the moment someone says, "I can't keep living like this." Becoming the villain isn't about hurting people. It's about refusing to hurt yourself anymore. It's about saying no without a paragraph attached. It's about walking away without giving closure to those who never gave you clarity. It's about realizing you don't owe anyone access to your time, energy, money, or future. People will say you changed, but growth always looks like betrayal to those who expected you to stay the same. They preferred you quiet, predictable, over-accommodating. They preferred the version of you that said yes when you wanted to say no, that smiled while breaking inside, that carried guilt for things that were never your responsibility. When you stop doing that, you disrupt the balance, and disruption is threatening. So they'll label you, they'll judge you, they'll talk. Let them. Villains don't waste energy correcting every lie told about them. They know their truth doesn't need consensus. You are not obligated to prove your goodness to people who only noticed you when you stopped giving. You are allowed to protect your peace. You are allowed to choose your future over familiarity. You are allowed to outgrow places, people, and versions of yourself that no longer fit. And yes, that means some bridges will burn. But ask yourself this: were they bridges or cages? Sometimes the fire isn't destruction. Sometimes it's illumination. Be the villain who stopped chasing validation. Be the villain who stopped explaining their pain to people committed to misunderstanding it. Be the villain who chose discipline over distraction, growth over comfort, solitude over chaos. Because the strongest people aren't the ones everyone likes. They're the ones who finally stop needing permission to live authentically. You don't need to be feared. You don't need to be cruel. You just need to be unyielding about who you are becoming. So let them keep the old version of you in their memories. Let them cling to the narrative where you're the problem. You're busy building a life they'll never fully understand. And the moment you stop fearing the word villain is the moment you reclaim your power. Because the real villain was never you. It was the version of you that believed you had to suffer quietly to be worthy. Not anymore.